right, 8th grade, let's do some solving equations with variables on both sides. So hopefully you get the idea about how much work it's going to take. This is going to be the same kind of stuff, page 298 in your book if you'd follow along. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a figure, usually a polygon, like a square, rectangle, trapezoid, something like that. Distributive property is what we had last time when we did something like this, 3x plus 2, so you take 3 times x, 3 times 2. Okay, so write out that example. Like terms are terms that are the same, like 3x, 2x, negative 5x, y's 5y, 7y. Like terms are terms that have the same things on them, the same number of letters, the same number of things like that. So let's do some of these. There's a lot of guided practice and I want you to do them all with me. Collecting like terms. First off, when it says collecting like terms, it wants like terms collected on the same side of the equation. So you look at this and you can move they basically want x's on one side, whole numbers on the other side. Most of the time in algebra, the x goes on the left-hand side, but it doesn't have to. When I collect like terms, I always move the smallest letter. I start with the letters. So this one has an x and this one is a 3x. So I want to move this x, since it's smallest, over here. I want to get rid of it here. So to get rid of it, you minus x from this side. To get rid of it over here, same thing. If you minus x on the left, you got a minus x on the right. Those are going to cancel out, and I get 2 equals 2x. We have just collected all of the variables on the right side, and then we have the number on the left. So now this is just an equation that if we want to get the x by itself, we divide by 2, x equals 1. And we're done. And we know if you check it, 1 plus 2 up here is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. That's it. Collecting them, you're just moving it around, just like you're solving like usual. Move them just like we do the numbers. And there is the answer. And there's some pictures. So example number 2, each side of the triangle has the same length. What is the perimeter of the triangle? Okay, so if each side has the same length, what is the perimeter of this triangle? So we know that this side right here then is equal to this side. So we can set up an equation to show that. Okay, they're equal. They're the same length. So to find the length, we need to solve for x. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I always move I first move the letters. I have a 5x and a 7x. So I'm going to move the smallest letter, which is the 5x. So I'm going to subtract 5x from this side, subtract 5x from this side. Notice I put them under their like terms because I can't subtract it from something that doesn't have an x. So I go 9 equals 7x minus 5x is 2x plus 5. Now this should look familiar. It's what we just did in the last lesson and what we've done in previous chapters. I minus 5 from this side, minus 5 from this side. 4 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 2. Let's check it out. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. So we know it's right because those sides were supposed to be the same. So let's see how they did it. Same thing. They moved the 5x. They did it the exact same way we did and got x equals 2. Okay, and then they put it in and checked it. And you know what? I don't think... What is the perimeter of the triangle? I didn't answer that question, did I? So if this side is 19, this side is 19, this side is also 19. So that's 19 times 3, which is 57. And I don't know if they were inches, feet. It doesn't really say there, so I can't put a unit on it. 57 units is what they're calling. Okay. So example number 3 has us doing some of the distributive property again. So we're simplifying. Check this out. First thing you do is you simplify as much as you can on both sides of the equation. So this involves the distributive property to get rid of the parentheses. 21x equals 6x plus 90. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 30 is 90. And then I see, oh, I have letters on both sides, so let's move the smallest one is the 6x, so you minus 6x from this side, minus 6x from this side. 15x equals, those cancel out, 90. Divide by 15. X equals, I don't know how many times 15 goes in there, 8, 0, carry the foot, that's too many. 15 times 6, that's 90. So it's 6. And you can put it in to check it if you'd like, but we followed those steps pretty closely. And we got it right. Okay, so let's do some solving. So we see we have x's on both sides. We need to collect them to one side. Move the smallest one. So I'm going to minus 3x from this side, minus 3x from this side. Those cancel out. 55 equals 5x. Solving for x, you divide both sides by 5. X equals 11. And it should just be automatic. There it is. This one, now if I move the smallest variable, there won't be anything over here. So I'm going to move the 12x. So minus 12x, minus 12x. And if I boom boom that, that's going to be negative 3x equals negative 9. Divide both sides by negative 3. X equals positive 3. Now let's say you, because I know you guys always listen to me and always do what I say. What if you did minus 9x from this side, minus 9x from this side? The only thing is, it'd still work, but you would have, these wouldn't just cancel out. 9x minus 9x, you would have to put a 0 over there. 3x minus 9, and then you could add 9 to both sides. Okay, get the 3 x's by themselves. Divide by 3. X equals 3. And you would get the same answer. I'm just showing you that it's okay if you decide to do that. X equals 3. Okay, this one, the smallest, it's this 15. I'm going to add 15 to this side, 15x. Add 15x to this side. Those cancel out. 120 equals 30x. Divide by 30. X equals 4. These are so nice. They're so fun. I could do these all day. Okay, collect the A's. Let's move the single A minus A minus A. 4A minus 1A is 3A. Plus 5 equals 11. Now move the 5. 3A equals 6. Divide by 3. A equals 2. Notice it takes a lot of, and you do have to write the original problem. You can't do this without writing the original problem. So that's how you would start. So everybody write that. And then which n are we going to move? The 3n or the 2n? You want to move the smallest one. In this case, I'm going to move this one, minus 2n, minus 2n. 3n minus 2n is 1n. Plus 7 equals negative 1. Now we want to get the n by itself. Minus 7. N equals negative 1, and I could boom boom that. That's going to be negative 8. There it is. The smallest c is the, it's kind of tricky. You kind of look and get confused, but the negative 9 is smaller, so I'm going to add 9c to this side. Add 9c. Negative 6 plus 9 is 3c. Plus 1 equals 7. Minus 1, minus 1. 3c equals 6. Divide by 3. C equals 2. Smallest s is a minus 3s. Add 3s to this side. Add 3s to this side. 28 equals 8s minus 12. Plus 12 plus 12. 40 equals 8s. Divide by 8. S equals 5. Oh, good. I was wondering when they put us a distributive property. There's the distributive property. 4w minus 36 equals 7w plus 18. Move the letter first. So minus 4w minus 4w, negative 36 equals 3w plus 18 minus 18 minus 18. So boom, boom. They're both negative. 14, carry the 1 through. Negative 54 equals 3w. Divide by 3. Goes in there once. 24, 18. Negative 18. So a lot of algebra right there. Okay, so on this guided practice, you need to write the original problem first. And go with me. So we write this out. Here we go. 2y times, so I get 2y plus 8 equals negative 3y minus 7. Add the smallest, what, plus 3y. 5y plus 8 equals negative 7. Those cancel out. Minus 8. Minus 8 to get the 5y by itself equals negative 15. Divide by 5, y equals negative 3. Alright, example number 4. You pay $20 for a youth center membership. Drum lessons at the center cost $8 each for members and $12 each for non-members. You take two more lessons than your friend, a non-member. For what number of lessons will your friend pay the same total amount as you? Wow. Okay, so we want to know when will it be equal. When will what you pay and what your friend be equal? So let's figure out what you pay. You pay $20 plus $8 a lesson. So 20 plus 8x, however many lessons it is. When does that equal what your friend pays, which is just plain $12 per lesson? I think. You take 2 more lessons than your friend, though. So I've got to add 2 to that, don't I? So the number of, that's hard. The number of lessons you take is not just x, it's x plus 2. So there's where our distributive property comes in. So I'm going to have to go 20 plus 8x plus 16 equals 12x. Add the 16 and the 20 plus 8x equals 12x minus 8x. 36 equals 4x. Divide both sides by 4, x equals 9. It would have to be 9 lessons. So if your friend takes 9 lessons, they will pay the same amount that you did, even though you paid the membership fee. Oh. And you can see they set it up the same way. That's tricky. That distributive property in there is really tricky to remember. What if your friend takes 4 fewer lessons than you? For what number of lessons will your friend pay as much as you? Four fewer, then, they give you the answer. 4 fewer would be you take 20 plus 8 times x, and your friend 9x minus 4, fewer than you, so that's subtraction. So 9x minus 36 equals 20 plus 8x minus 8x minus 8x. X minus 36 equals 20. Oh, I didn't do that right. Because I don't know. I'm getting 56 equals x. That's not right. Your friend takes 4 fewer lessons than you do. So, you know what? That should be 8 times x minus 4 equals, is it 9? It's 12. Oh, I had it right. This is supposed to be a 12, not a 9. I'm messed up from before. So I think I have it right. 20 equals, oh, I did it again. Yeesh. This one right here, I want to get rid of that. Come on, erase. There we go. Equals 12 times x minus 4. 12x minus 48, 20 plus 8x minus 8x minus 8x. 4x minus 48 equals 20 plus 48 plus 48. 68 equals 4x. Divide by 4. Goes once. Oh, I got 17. They're getting 13. I don't know how they're doing that. They're getting 13 lessons. I figured it was 8 fewer, but we'll say we did a good, valiant effort on that. How about that? All right, so that's it. That's 6-2. Show all the work. You're moving the letters to one side, the numbers to the other, and you're still solving for x. So we'll see you next time.